Sup y'all, Raven in the house, gonna give you some information for your face. No, this isn't a Danger Dolan video, but this is informative. So, funny story. I was planning to do a video the way that I normally would, which would be with me sitting in front of a webcam and giving my presentation. But I just wasn't feeling up to being on camera. Needless to say, with this being in the final week and my final assignment, I got a bit of a case of the lazies. And I didn't really feel like looking for nice clothes to wear for an hour. And not to mention that my apartment looks like some kind of cannon went off in it, and I just wasn't in the mood to deal with any of that. So, as an alternative, I decided that I would use these cute cartoon icons. If she looks familiar, it's Twilight Sparkle from My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. By the time I had thought to use character icons instead of live visuals, it was just far too late to make any sort of icons of my own or ask anyone else. Besides, while I can certainly create a ton of OCs for any purpose, I don't have any Sonas, so regardless, I had to make do. All that being said, I wanted to say a few things before the official presentation begins. For those of you coming across this video who don't know, this is part of a college capstone. In other words, this is basically my oral presentation for college. Even if you're not in the class, you are welcome to enjoy it, but I just wanted to make it clear that this was less for entertainment value and more for a grade. Twilight Sparkle and My Little Pony are owned by Hasbro. If you like ponies, awesome. If not, well, it's for a class video, you'll live. I'm just using the images. I will not be trying to mimic Tara Strong's performance or anything else like that. Also, despite using the images, I will not be pretending to be Twilight Sparkle. She's just the chosen avatar for this video. The topic of the video series and research assignment I'll be presenting is Imaginary Friends, aka Creative Companions in Teens and Adults. I spent the last 15 weeks working on this research and study. I'm not just pulling this out of the air. This warning is mostly towards those who are not my classmates that stumble upon the videos. I didn't make this stuff up. I actually did do weeks and weeks worth of research and case studies. On another note, due to the topic, I felt it would be somewhat appropriate to deliver the presentation via an avatar, aka my chosen creative companion for this particular case, Twilight Sparkle. Why Twilight Sparkle? Well, I have a lot of friends in the My Little Pony fandom community, and I've often been told that out of all the characters, I tend to remind them of this particular character. She's both a student and a teacher. She's wise and ignorant. She's organized and chaotic. I can certainly identify with the character, so it's no surprise that others could liken me to her too. So this is sort of an homage to them. A wink, a nudge, a nod. It works out. As I've said, I do not have a Sona of my own, and I don't have the time to custom create avatars of any of my original characters. Now that all that is out of the way, let me explain how I plan to present this topic. Rather than worry about the 15-minute time limit, I'm going to break up the presentation into sections and work from there. As such, I'll not only provide annotation links to each section within each video, but I'll also combine all the videos together into its own playlist so that it's easier for people to view. After all, I want this to be a fun little experience for everyone, not just informative, but definitely informative. And with all that out of the way, on with the show!